We're at the Super Bowl, as we told you, here in Erlanger, and you can see what they're decorating around here. Signs all over. Go Bengals, AFC champs, Super Bowl 16. That's coming up on Channel 9 at 4 o'clock. And our pregame show starting at 2 as Big Bill Henderson starts off high. You know, I had a lot of fun, Sam and Bob, with this fellow last year. I don't know if it was at Stones or Crossgate or where. But after the program, I said, you know, Paul Brown's looking for you, the size of you. And I said, you interested in playing pro football? Kidding him, you know. And he says, no, I don't think I'm in shape. He'd be a good-sized ball. Look at that. He's big.
He is a big man, Jack. I'd be surprised if he doesn't go about 240, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
240, that's just one leg.
Because that just... You mean...
Go ahead, Bob.
You mean maybe 260 or 70?
I'd say, yeah. I wish his average was that.
Here's our winner in match 1 over Allen Downs, Chris Woods. On the other side. Well, in just a moment, I'm going to be giving you that question, so I'll give you a few moments to get that piece of paper and also that pencil or pen on our mystery quiz.
That's right. Now we got the girls bowling here today in the traveling Super Bowl. Super Bowl is leading the league. Del Fair's second. Jennifer Hoinke's got 180 average in the league.
Is that right?
Right. And the boys, it's Western Bowl, Seymour, Del Fair, and Super Bowl. They're all about 2.5 games apart in that league. Very good.
Okay, viewers, are you ready? Who won the Greater Cincinnati Women's Division of the U.S. Open qualifier held on October 25th? Who won the Greater Cincinnati Women's Division of the U.S. Open qualifier held on October 25th? As Chris just banged one home. Send those cards to Mystery Quiz, 1821 Summit Road, room 216, Cincinnati 45237, and a gift certificate from Fassel's Bowling Supply after the drawing next week. The winner this week, we don't know, but it was Don Scudder. If you jotted down the name of Don Scudder, you'll get a gift certificate from Carl's Bowler's Paddock. Boy, I'll tell you one thing, Bob, he's way out there, isn't he?
Jackie really swings the ball wide, and again, I think that's going to be the answer to today. If you're going to make a mistake, make it to the right. I noticed that Chris moved inside on that last ball that he threw a strike on. He was in over the third arrow, so he's made an adjustment to the lanes.
Bill Henderson going for the 7, puts it away. Bill, who has one of those 300s to his credit, doing a little house cleaning on the approach out there, Sam.
Yeah, he's dressing up the turf for the Super Bowl today. The ball he's using is a 95 hardness. That's the only ball. He hurt his hand. That's the only ball he can get his hand into, really.
Boy, he's really pitching out and bringing it back. And boy, that one exploded.
He's a power shooter, Jack.
He is.
When he comes off the bottom of that ball, he really cranks it.
Well, we got the National Junior Bowling Championships on this week. They get a chance to win a scholarship to go to Washington for $5,000. Second is $3,000. Third is $1,000. Go to Washington for a week to bowl.
Chris, that was a good one. Yesterday at Princeton, top man was Kevin Johnson. Remember him? 7.52. Rick Pollard, I knew that youngster would be on, 7.49. And Rick Erschwender. Is he a newcomer to us?
He's 19, yeah.
7.49. And look who was in the runner-up spot. Tim Sharp. Remember him from last year?
Good shot, woman.
Sam, isn't that name, Erschwender, a little familiar to you?
Well, I used to bowl with his great-great-grandfather, Art Erlanger. This kid is 19 and throws a powerhouse ball, I'll tell you. I don't think they put enough dressing on the lanes for him, really.
So the Johnson, Pollard, Erschwender, and either Woods or Henderson or Lyles. That remains to be seen. He likes this lane over here, doesn't he?
Talking about Rick Pollard qualifying, Jack. 2 years ago at Princeton, he shot 14.28 to be the second runner-up, and Terry Ciccone was our king. He shot 14.37 in that 6-game block.
It's a lot lot of pins to knock down, Sam.
Oh, at Princeton Bowl, I think Terry Sacuni ought to get an apartment out there, I believe.
That used to be a left-hander's heaven, too.
That's right. Oh.
Oh, Bill, I feel for you.
A screaming 8.
That is the original tap, and they tell me, Sam and Bob, the only tap in bowling. Is that right, the 8-pin? I have other...
That's what they've said. I don't know. I've seen solid 9s and solid 7s that I have to go along with, too. I watched a young man bowl in a tournament yesterday from Genie, Ohio, Keith Pelosi. And he's got to be one of the most powerful hooking bowlers I've ever seen in my life. Who's our left-hander that we had last year that throws such a power ball?
Oh, Gant?
Gant? John Gant. He throws a ball, I think, that's stronger and gets more revs than John Gant, and that's a lot to say about a young man throwing a bowling ball.
Oh, yesterday at a Princeton Bowl, John Gant had 724 and 712 in 2 different blocks.
Henderson also ran.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Big Bill's bending him in there, isn't he? This is close.
1 pin.
1 sticker. 60 to 59, and Chris is on a big strike.
Qualifying starts when, 8?
At Brentwood next week at 8 o'clock.
Brentwood Bowl qualifying next Saturday.
We'll see Bob Levy and Carl Swartz out there.
He set it down again.
Yeah, he didn't get it out.
He's doing 200 the hard way.
He's very obviously uncomfortable on that right lane. He just can't seem to get himself to a place where he figures that if he can get it in the pocket that he can carry. If he's light, it's a 7-10. It's a 10-pinner. It seems to be up on the nose.
I always hated to shoot this spare because of picking the 5. See what I mean? Huh? See what I mean?
Kiss of death.
I know from past experience, I used to say to myself, standing on the approach, shooting that, what was it, the 5-9 I had, wasn't it?
Right.
I used to say to myself, standing there, I know I'm going to pick that 5 off that cotton picking 9, and by golly, you saw it happen right then and there.
Most bowlers on that 5-9 shot will use their strike line to throw. And actually, if you do, chances of chopping the 5 are true. What I usually do to shoot the 5-9 is move a board or 2 left with my feet
cover with
and leave
your
the
ball.
spot. Right, leave the spot the same place. That way your tendency is to come up light on the 5-pin.
Either come light up or else covering all of the ball,
Right.
where you can't pick. But you could see that when he delivered it was going to pick that 5 off.
Look out.
He's going to blow that 10-pin on this one, and I think we have the undoing of Chris Woods all of a sudden. And there, Bob, again, as you could pinpoint this, if we happen to go out and he loses, look back on that 5th frame, picking that 5.
And again, it's that worrying about maybe the ball before.
Mm-hmm. Well, Bill got all but the 5.
Almost got a break on that Brooklyn.
And Bill's down there practicing his stroke. He says, "My golly, I'm not doing the way I'm supposed to be doing over here." Of course, he brings this back, and he's comfortably out in front. We have no doubts about that one. As Sam always says, quote,
Nobody misses a 5. We know that.
unquote.
Unquote. One of these days, we're going to have somebody go buy that thing. We're going to get the flack, I guess you'd call that.
Right now, Bill's 22 pins up going into the 7th frame.
Yeah, he's in pretty good shape.
Man, he turns that ball. Oh, and he's got a difficult one down there. He's got that sleeper, that 8-pin.
Again, I'm a little curious how he's going to shoot this.
Yeah.
With his type of ball, I'd be moving left.
Right.
I wonder whether he goes left. Not as much as I thought he would.
He may shoot directly at it. He better crank that one in a hurry. He did.
Jack, he doesn't throw directly at anything.
He shoots away all the time.
He's got confidence in what he does with that ball up there.
We had quite a bit of talent yesterday out at Princeton Bowl. Kevin Johnson, Rick Pollard, Rick Ernstwinder, and Tim Sharp was 4th of the alternate, 740.
All right, Chris was Let's have a cheer, fellas. I finally solved that lane over there.
He can throw this one. He can get back within about 10 pins, can he?
That's right, yeah. He get this one will give him that Super Bowl power, I'd say.
That's where we are on Super Bowl Sunday. We're at the Super Bowl in Erlanger, our first time ever here, and a real fine establishment. Looky. Chris says, don't count me out yet.
That's answering the call, I would say. That makes the tide sway a little the other way now.
Gets him within 10 and gives him a possibility of a 217 game. And Bill's sitting with a possible 227, so it's that close. That's if they both strike out all the way.
Bill looks up at the sheet being kept here, says, hey, this guy is right back up in this thing again. That was a good hit.
Very good pitch. Just a little tough break, came up a little strong.
Well, Darrell Higgins is marking score here for the audience, Jack. He's the
I
alternate.
can't even see him. Oh, he's way down there.
He's behind lanes 3 and 4. They're marking score for the public.
He's down there on about the 20-yard line.
20 yards? Oh, how sweet it is.
You notice we're saying everything today, bowling parlance, also football parlance.
You ever seen a town so excited over something like this?
You know,
Jack?
Shalocati and myself were talking about that earlier in the week before he headed north, comparing baseball. I've been in all the World Series the Reds have been involved in, and I think there has been more mania for football than we ever had for the Reds, and we had a lot for the Reds. Wow, that was a beaut. I tell you, these football people have gone crazy.
It's get even time with this pitch, Sam.
Yeah, he gets a strike. You'd be right in the hunt. He seemed a little more relaxed on number 7 last time out, so
it's going to be interesting to see if he remembered where he put that ball down the last time over in this lane.
To make sure that he gets it wide.
He pulled that baby and got by with it. Oh.
Come on, Wood.
We got about an even match here, Sam.
Yeah, even about down to the pin.
Actually, at this point, Chris can shut him out. If he throws 3 in the 10th here, he's got a 217, and the most Bill can get is a 216. So the game's all in Chris's hand right now.
You could almost hear a pin drop as he stands there. He says, oh, I need this first one.
Jack, and he's bowled well on this lane.
He has quite a contingent here, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got Rooters Row here with him today. Out in the Tri-County area, and I think all of them come out to root for Chris.
I thought maybe he was from Kentucky, but he's not.
No, he's out in the Princeton area. Lives on Valdosta.
He's got it in the area.
He's close.
That 4 pin.
Well, he's still going to make Henderson get 2 strikes in the 10th if he makes a spare. Chris will get 206. Bill will need 2 strikes to win.
What pressure. And Bill was, you see, he winds up on 8, doesn't he? Yeah.
Sammy.
There it is. 206. Well, we'll find out if Bill is still alive on his first delivery. And you know, he did that, 206, with 2 open frames.
Yeah, he chopped the 5 off the 9 and missed the 10.
This tells the tale. It's all over but the shouting, so Chris Woods has done it again. 96 if he fills and adds 10 more, but it's 206 already for Chris Woods. So here's a young man who's going to go all the way today, all 3 matches, and who knows. 196 for the strike. That shows you the power of stringing, Bob. 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row from the 7th on.
Well, that's what you call answering a call, Jack, for 4 in a row like that.
Make that 1-9-5 for the winner, and he'll go into the third match as Chris Woods will be back after this.